Do-do. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me today for this muscle release class. We'll be starting in a few minutes. You just need a ball of some kind, tennis ball ideally for most people, especially if you haven't done this before. And we're going to use this to massage out and open a few muscles. And then we're going to strengthen and stretch all of those areas as well. So thanks for coming this morning. If you're on your account and you want to type in on the side, say hello. My conservatory, I've just switched this around so it's facing inwards towards the kitchen here, and we're going to focus on a few muscles today around the hips and the upper back. Two of the favorite ones that I do regularly enough in the class that I would usually do when our studio's open on a Thursday morning, which is usually 10 a.m. and Thursday evening 5:30. Studio is closed at the minute, so I decided to put this one on this morning. So welcome. As well as a tennis ball, the studio would usually sell some of the cross balls, which are a little bit firmer, but I'd advise you to use your tennis ball today. Anything else that you have could be suitable, and will maneuver your body just to make it easier or slightly more pressure. The pressure is up to you. Stay safe when you're using it. If the sensations are too much, just back off at any time. And again, we'll be using different postures. If you don't have a ball, don't worry. You could still join in with the yoga postures as well. Okay? Just brief bit of detail about what we're hoping to do today. Slightly harder near the camera. Probably can't see it, but we're going to be pressing into the back of the hip and just the inside back of the shoulder. So if I was to show you my bum and then put my finger and press right in the center, the squidgy part, that's where we're going. It's right at this part of the hip. This is where you've got your glute muscles at the back of your hips, and we're going to maneuver that to try and press in towards the piriformis muscle. This causes lots of tension down the leg. In the shoulder, if you think of the shoulder blade at the back, and then go on the inside border of it, about a finger distance away, squidgy part between your spine and the shoulder blades, got your trapezius and rhomboid muscles. When you relax, you get further into the rhomboid muscles. And for most people, the shoulder rolls forward, drops forward, because they are weak, and the shoulder lifts up as well. It gives you tension through the neck, down the shoulder blades, and then when you hunch forward, gives you a bar feeling across the upper back. So we're going to use things today to alleviate those areas. All I want you to do now is lie down. You're going to be breathing smoothly and deeply. Hopefully the sound is good. Thanks for coming. So when you lie down, bend your knees, the feet go wide on the mat, let the knees just drop in together, put your elbows on the floor, shuffle your pelvis around, lower back closer to the ground, then rest the head. If you need a blanket today underneath the head, you can do that, and you can have it at the side in case you want to use it at any time. Okay, the hands can just be on top of your stomach, fingers lightly together over the belly button. And then the elbows out wide, but resting the shoulders and elbows down towards the floor. Close your eyes. Once you start breathing in and out smoothly. In through your nose. And exhaling slowly through the nose. As you inhale and exhale, going to see if your breathing can become deeper and smooth. As you breathe in, let the stomach lift. Push the hands up into the air. Let the rib cage open out. You want to be relaxed as you do a lot of the rolling on your muscles today. And if you can, just breathe in and out through your nose. This is a smaller airway. Means you're going to draw the air in a little bit stronger in the in-breath. Let the stomach and chest puff up and rise. But control your out-breath. Don't let the air fall out. Just let it trickle out through the nose smoothly and slowly. Taking a few more breaths. Just one more deep breath in and out. So begin to walk your feet together. Pull your knees into your chest. Squeeze them in towards yourself. Do some small circles around to the right side with your knees. Keep circling around to the right. Shoulders on the floor. And around to the left. You keep the lower back and shoulders on the ground. This is just to lightly massage out your lower back. And from here, with the hands on the knees, take a deep breath in and hold your position. As you breathe out, lift your nose up towards your knees, curl in to where you can. Doesn't matter where you can go to. You might be able to pull all the way in or not. As you breathe in, straighten the arms, allow the knees to come away and set the head to the floor. As you breathe out, smoothly pull those two areas together, your knees and your nose. Breathe in, extend. We'll do this 3 more times. Breathe out, pull all the way up. Extend your back on the floor, shoulders down the ground. Extend your arms. Breathe out, pull all the way upwards. Pull the knees towards your nose. Your body curls. And just try this again. Breathe in. And breathe out. And feet down. From here, clasp onto the back of your head. Bring your elbows out. Body's on the floor. You've got your feet on the ground. You're just going to pull your elbows towards each other. Have the hands at the back of the head or the side of the head near the ears. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Pull the elbows close together. Just roll forward. It's just to stretch your upper back a little bit. And then ease yourself back down. Open the elbows out on the floor. It's not a sit-up, so you're not sitting up that high. You're using your hands really, lightly drawing on the back of your head. Pull your chin down. Breathe out. Breathe in, open back the elbows to the floor. We'll do this 1 more time. And ease back down. Lovely job. So keep your hand on the right side. Roll on to that right side. Use your hand and your elbow to press down and come up. Going to come on to your tabletop, so your hands and your knees. Just going to move the spine around. So place the wrists underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart with the hands, spread the fingers out, put the knees under the hips, and you get this small space. You're in the tabletop first, then you breathe in. Start with the hips and lower back. As you breathe out, pull the tailbone down towards the back of your knees, round the lower back, pull the ribs in, round the upper back, tuck the chin to the chest, breathing out. And the opposite as you breathe in. Tilt the pelvis away, stomach towards the floor, shoulders down away from your ears, lift your chin. You're breathing in smoothly and slowly. And breathe out, start with that pelvis again. Articulate through your spine, lower spine, mid spine, upper spine. And again, breathe in, tilt the hips back, smooth in breath. And light breath. Through this cat posture, rolling underneath. And the cow posture as you open up. If you find shaking in your spine, don't worry, you're waking it up, you're waking the muscles up. You're just encouraging all the vertebrae to move. The more you encourage it, the better it gets. One more in each direction. And the tabletop. Bring your toes together, just sit back towards your feet. Cross your palms over, elbows out to the side, relax your head on your hands. We'll take 4 deep breaths in and out. You breathe in to the lower back, into the stomach, and into the rib cage. Let it expand. Gentle light breath. It's just so you're in a more relaxed state for some of the following movements we're doing in your practice today. Extend your arms, come all the way up. So we're going to use the ball on the back of that hip. And for this one, it's right at the back of the hip in the meaty area of your hip. Think of your ass to back pocket. That's exactly where we're going for this. For this one, because we're using the ball, we're going to be on your back. I'll just show you how to get into it, the feet wide. So as I lie down, I move my hips away. So if I lie down here, move my knees over to the left side and lift the right hip. You're going to place the ball at the back of that hip. You can support the head with the left hand. Place it right in the middle and then start to roll your hips back into that area. And then move your knees either to the center or across towards the right hand side. If you go to the right hand side and you're on the right hip, you're going to feel more pressure down through the ball into the back of your hip. Okay, if it feels too much and there's too much sensation, just back off your knees a bit, either to the center or even across a little bit to the left side. Okay, you can just use your feet, especially the left foot, to kind of rock and move your pelvis right and left, maybe up and down a little bit until you feel you're right at the back of the hip. If there's too much muscle tension in this and you feel pain, that's when you need to move the knees across to back off. If this feels okay, you can't stack that right foot on top of the left side. You can turn the hip towards the right side more, back into the middle. This opens up the back of the hip. You should search for that piriformis muscle. Most people will be like a dart, right in the back of that hip. You know you find it. Right in the meaty area at the back of the hip. We're going to try and hold this. Close your eyes and take 3 to 4 deep, slow breaths in and out. They're slow, deep. As you breathe, you're relaxing the hip. As you hold this, it's really about 20 seconds or so. And you want to have a point that you can relax the hip and let the ball sink into that area. If you have a harder ball, like a lacrosse ball, you may need to back off if you're not used to it. And the foot stacked on top is optional. One more deep breath in and out. Back off, come off the ball, take it out to the side, bring the foot down, extend both legs out, open the arms to the side, shake the legs inwards and outwards a few times. Let the feet fall out to the side, close your eyes, just relax. Notice the right compared to the left hip and take a few breaths in and out slowly. Just a little bit of time in between to notice the difference or change in the area. Maybe it feels more relaxed. Maybe you feel warmth at the back of the hip or back. Bring those feet in. Good. Place the ball underneath the left hip, so you move the knees to the right. Place the ball underneath the back of that left hip, and then bring the hips and knees back to the center. If it presses on that spot, you can move the knees out to the left side. Use your elbows or hands on the floor and your feet just to roll around a little bit. Doesn't have to be too much. Rock the hips right and left and up and down slightly until you find the point at the back of the hip. If you've got a harder ball, like your cross ball or anything else, then that might seem enough. If you find it okay, you can stack the foot on top of the thigh, then rock the hip right and left, across the back of that hip, move it around. In the class, we do this usually with a roller as well as a ball, which is optional. With a tennis ball, it's going to be soft, like our soft rollers in the studio. And this laying down is a little bit easier than being seated upwards. Just hold in one point, the back of the hip. Take some breaths in and out. You can close your eyes if you wish and relax the back of your hip. Notice if it's tense. Or release that tension and all the muscles soften. You'll find that if you're resisting it, you're clenching, squeezing into the back of the hip. You want to do the opposite as you hold and release. For a few more breaths. And take one more deep breath in and out. Release, take off the foot, move the knees away, bring it away from the back of the hip, set the ball to the side, extend both legs out on the floor. Shake the legs inwards and outwards. Let them fall out to the side and just relax for a couple of breaths. It's not too many, just something to help you notice maybe a more relaxed feeling at the back of the hips. Just a deep breath in and out. Maybe if you're going out for a long walk today, this will help you feel like you've got a little bit more power and energy in the legs. Walk your feet in towards your hips. Support your head on the right side as you roll on to the side. Then use your hand and elbow on the floor to come up. Okay, we're going to move into strengthening the back of that hip next. So you're going to come towards the top of my arm. Just going to face you this way so you can see. I'll face a few different ways so you can see as well. So bent, the front shin is at the top of your mat and the knees on the floor, and I'm going to lean a little bit forward into the leg. You can have your hand either on the floor or else on your foot, the other hand at the side. And you're turning your chest towards the front knee. And your front leg and back leg are 90 degrees. So it looks like this. I'll show you from a side view so you can see what I'm doing. So it looks like this. Shin at the top, the knee in line with the hip. It's not too far over. And this is like a modified pigeon. We're going to pull those back toes up, flex the foot. We're going to be rotating this joint. So we're going to be lifting the knee in the air, but you're going to turn your chest towards the front knee. If you need something underneath the knee like a blanket, you could. Lift your chest forwards and lengthen, push down through the hands, brace the stomach, and then lift that back knee in the air. So you're going to start to lift slowly to where you can. Don't rush. Squeeze the back of your hip. Get it as high as your body allows without it going into the lower back of the hamstring. If that was the case, you lowered it a little bit. And then bring it all the way down. I'm do this movement slowly and smoothly 5 times. And lift that knee all the way up in the air whilst turning your chest and leaning slightly forwards. Lift it up high as you can. Squeeze the back of your hip. Hold it in the air for a few seconds here. Find the sensation around the hip. And then all the way back down. Again, if you feel it in the low back, please go a little bit lower. Concentrate on squeezing the muscles around the back of that hip. Push the knee into the air. You rotate this joint. Squeeze all around the hip joint. And then lowering back down. We'll just try 2 more. Smoothly lift up. Brace the stomach. Couple of breaths. All the way back down. We'll just do 1 more on this side before changing sides. If you cramped up around this area, don't worry. Don't do as many repetitions. Maybe don't hold as long. All the way back down. We're going to come up. You're going to change the legs over. Do the same thing. You're leaning towards the other leg. Lifting your chest forwards. Flex your back toe up so you can push down the inside of the foot. Squeeze the outside of the hip. Forwards a little and lift that right knee just to where you can. Keep your chest turned towards the front knee though. All the way back down. Just a few seconds to hold at the end. Not long. So as it gets down towards the floor, lift it again. If you're lifting it too high, you're using that momentum. You want to strengthen the hip. Hold it in the air for a few seconds. Squeeze around the hip. Then all the way back down. Let's try 3 more. Again, if you cramped up, just keep the knee a little bit lower. Squeeze the muscles around the hip. If you're up in the air, keep pressing it upwards towards the sky as you squeeze the hip. And all the way lowering down. Just 2 more on the side to go. Lift smoothly all the way up. Squeeze and hold. And all the way back down. Okay, just try 1 more. Lift it up high with that back knee. Squeeze, lift to wherever you can. And then lowering. Good. Come on up. Well done. We're going to grab the ball. We're going to go in the back of the shoulder this time. And again, you've got the spine here, the shoulder blade here. And it's right in the middle of the shoulder blade. Okay? So you've got the top and bottom of the shoulder blade. You're somewhere in the middle on the inside edge. You might feel that when you roll over the border of the edge. We're trying to get right in the center. Okay, for this one, we are going to be pulling the arm across the body to make more room for the ball. You can just join me at the same time. Bend your knees, lie down. So if you put the ball down towards the back of the shoulder, and you can shuffle yourself over, roll away from the ball to the side, and then shuffle over a little bit, and then move your shoulder back to the ball. You can have your head either rested on the floor. You're going to straighten that right arm up, so it should be at the back of the right shoulder. From the arm at this angle, you're going to pull it down a little bit towards 45 degrees instead of this 90 degree. Pull it down here. Use the other hand and pull it across the body. And it pulls the shoulder away, gives you more room. What you do here is move your knees over to the right side, which will put more weight through the back of the ball. And you pull the arm down towards the hip. Draw a little bit with the hand. And then hold. You can roll up and down on that. Just shuffle down using your shoulders, either side to side or up and down. Try and find that you're in between the shoulder and the spine, somewhere in the middle if possible. A little bit harder if you haven't done this before. You'll get used to it the more you do it. You can repeat this video anytime you like. Just hold it in one spot. Take a few more breaths, especially into your lungs, and expand that area. Relax breathing so that you're not squeezing the trapezius muscles. You're letting it sink all the way in, deeper into the rhomboids, which are a deeper muscle than the trapezius. Take one more deep breath in and out. If you're working on a computer a lot, you might feel this quite a bit. And you're going to move away from the ball. Move the knees back to the center, over to the left. Roll away from the ball. And then just let it come out to the side. Bring your shoulders back into the middle. And from here, let the arms rest at the sides. Move them around a little bit. And then just relax at the shoulders. Feel heavy on the floor and the arms. Breathe in and out slowly. Maybe the shoulder just feels lighter or less tense. Less tension in muscles means that it can be used to develop more flexibility and more strength. Can restore those things as well as improve them. We're going to change to the opposite side with that ball. Okay? So if you roll yourself a little bit over to the right side with your knees and your upper body, you place the ball towards the back of the shoulder. You can use the arm to kind of roll it in place. Shuffle the hips over till you feel it's at the back of the shoulder, and then move your knees back to the center. Extend the left arm up, straight up at this 90-degree angle first. So I want to pull the shoulder away from the spine to create more room for the ball. Okay, bring the hand down 45 degrees. Use your right hand, pull it across towards the left hip with the right hand. Shuffle into the center, roll right and left, up and down. Usually when I do a class or two in this, it feels like a dart right at the back of your shoulder. Maybe you're smiling and laughing at the same time, which I call the happy, angry face. And you want to hold in that point. Constantly pull on the left wrist with the right hand, pull it across, and it gives you a little bit of a stretch in the area. Just keep a bit of tension without over pulling. And just let everything sink into the ball. Close your eyes and take another 3 to 4 deep, slow breaths as you hold in that one spot. Again, you can move the knees towards the left side to create more weight in this, or to the opposite side to create less weight. Just one more deep breath in and out. And we're going to back off. Move the knees to the center and over to the right side. Let yourself roll away. And you can take that ball out. And you're ready. You bring your knees back to the center. Rest your head. Rest the arms out on the floor. Move the shoulders around a little bit first. As you let the knees collapse in on each other and rest, let the arms rest. Close your eyes. Just take a few breaths in and out here. Let the shoulder blades relax. One more breath. Maybe you noticed a lot of tension on one shoulder compared to the other. Again, bring the feet in. Support the head on the right side with your hands and roll to the right side. Just like a recovery position, really. And then use your arm, your hand to come up. Now we've got to strengthen the back of that shoulder. Remember, that releases tension, but the shoulders tend to be slumping forward. In this next move, we're going to pull the elbows and shoulders behind. You're going to lie onto your stomach and follow along at the same time. If you want to watch this for a second, I'll briefly demonstrate so you know what you're doing. As I lie on stomach, I'll pull the feet together. I'll squeeze the hips, brace the belly button towards my spine, so pulling it off the floor if possible. Can rest the head on the opposite hand. When the hand goes here in the low back, I'm going to let the elbow and shoulder drop. Then I'm going to be pulling the back. Do this quickly. You're lifting your hand whilst pulling the shoulder blade back, extending the arm in the air, again pulling the shoulder blade down, back. Then the hands out to the side, level with the shoulder. So here, and then pulling up and back. Then we're going to do the same thing the way back. It's going to be a bit slower than that. Okay, get ready to join in. So lie on your stomach. You can have your forehead on your hand or on the floor, whatever's more comfortable. Walk the feet back a little bit to lengthen the lower back. Glue the ankles together. Squeeze the bottom and brace the belly button at all times. Place, do it together, your back of your right hand on the low back. Let the shoulder blade and the elbow fall towards the ground. So the shoulder slumping forwards. Keep the shoulder pulled down away from the ear at all times. And start to pull the shoulder blade back towards the spine and lift the elbow up whilst the hand is on the lower back. And lift the hand a little bit from the lower back. If you can't lift it, just feel like it's a bit lighter. And stretch the arm back. Pull that shoulder back towards your spine. Lift the hand up as high as you can. Hold it in the air. Turn the palm towards the floor. Bring it out to the side in line with your shoulder. Once it gets there, keep the shoulder down away from your ear. Pull the shoulder back to your spine. Lift your arm up as high as you can without rotating. It's just your shoulder. Turn the palm up to the roof. Lift it up to the sky. Hand by the side of your hip. Shoulder pulling back. Bend the arm. Hover the hand above the lower back. Set the hand on the lower back. Release the shoulder to the floor. And relax. Changing sides. It's harder than you think, isn't it? Okay. Moving on. Straight away. So support the head, squeeze the ankles, the hips, brace the stomach. Place the hand on the lower back. Let the shoulder slump down to the floor with the elbow. All right. Pull the elbow and shoulder back. Lift the hand. Extend that left arm. Pull the shoulder back further. Lift the arm up high. Move the hand out to the left side. Turn the palm to the floor. Pull the hand up towards the roof and the shoulder back. Turn the palm to the sky. Bring it towards the side of the hip. Keep pulling that shoulder back into the spine. Bend the elbow. Float the hand above the lower back. Set the hand down. Relax the shoulder down. Come on up. Bring your ball. It should be this tennis ball. And from here, standing up. We're going to roll the sole of the foot before doing some standing postures. Just place it in the middle of your foot. Not the ball of the foot, the top, but below. Put your other foot a lot wider. This wide base of support. Pull the toes down like a fist. And then roll from right to left across that ball. Again, depending on the density of the ball, this tennis ball is quite soft. It's going to roll across the ball a few more times. Just trying to massage out plantar fascia muscles, which are at the sole of the foot. And change sides. Again, if you have a firmer ball, I would find this a little bit better. These lacrosse balls that we have in the studio are great. Have a lot of issues in and around the feet where the arches might collapse. You might find a lot of sensation, but again, with a tennis ball, not so much because it's a little bit softer. It's really nice to use in the beginning. Just roll from right to left across that foot. I'm going to place that ball to the side. Bring the feet hip width apart, front. I'm going to do a few half sun salutations. So make sure you lift the toes, spread them out first. That'll lift the arch of the foot. Lightly set it back down. Place the hands in together. Bring the shoulders up towards your ears and breathe in. Roll them back. Squeeze them back into each other. And then pull downwards. Bend the knees a little bit. Reach the arms to the side. Reach up. As the arms reach above, straighten the knees. Lift up as high as you can and breathe in. And then reach the arms out to the side. Bend the knees. Takes the pressure off the lower back. Pull the hands back. And then forward fold down. Fingers beside your feet. The head rolls downwards. Gazing close, lift your chest, go on your fingertips. Try and extend and lengthen your back, especially the lower back and upper back. And then fold back down into your legs, bend the knees, relax the head down, breathing out. Nice slide all the way up the side of the shins. As you reach the knees, open the palms up to the sky. Reach up above, extend the arms in the air, high and back down as you breathe out. We'll do this again. Breathe in to lift up into this smooth, rhythmical action of your breath and body together. Forward fold as you breathe out. Again, bend the knees, take the tension off the back. Lift and lengthen your spine, breathing in. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Extend the knees, reach up with the shoulders and the arms. Exhale all the way down. Relax. Shake it off with the upper body and shoulders. Shake any tension off. And then roll the ankles once or twice, each direction. We're going to be balancing coming next and incorporating that into a sun salutation, which is a half sun salutation, really. It's all standing. Hip width apart with those feet. Place the hands together, lift your shoulders. Roll back and down as you breathe out next. Rise up with your arms. Lift your right knee in the air. Go on the tiptoe. If you can, lift the knee high. Reach up and hold for a few breaths. Arms could be together or apart here. Apart's going to be easier in the shoulders. Keep them lifting up high. Trying to notice your balance on that left foot. Really extend the knee. Squeeze around the left hip. Now set your foot down. Reach the hands to the side and forward fold gently down to your feet, bending your knees. Inhale, lift your chest, extend your back. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. As the hands pass the shoulder line, lift up on that right toe and lift the knee in the air. Try to keep your balance. Arms in the air for a few breaths. Knee in the air. Pull the hands down. Foot to the floor. Reach up again. This time the left side. Tip of the toe. Knee in the air. Up high. Again, the arms could be wider apart if you feel it too much in the shoulders or closer in together. Lock out that right knee. Squeeze the right hip. Spread out all the toes. Take a deep breath in. Set the foot down. Reach the hands out wide. Forward fold. Breathe in. Lengthen your back. Breathe out. Forward fold back down. Come all the way up. Reach the arms to the side. Breathe in. Lift that knee in the air on the left side. And spread out the right toes. Lock out the knee and hip. Squeeze the back of that hip. Roll that area to try and power that all the way up. Take one more deep breath in. Set the foot. Bring the hands down. As you breathe out. Relax. Shake out the arms. Release tension as you just swing them away a little bit. Okay, roll the ankles once or twice on each side. Great, so we're going to do a bit more work in the hips. Standing again with the feet hip width apart, so a small space. If you're wanting to check, it's about 2 fist distance in between the feet. Okay. From here, press the hands together, lift the shoulders, breathe in, roll them back and down as you breathe out. Step that right foot a little bit out to the side, just a little, and turn the big toe in towards the other big toe, so it kind of rotates this leg bone slightly. Hold that, lean into that left side, and push the heel directly out to the side. Shouldn't go that high. If it goes too high, you might be turning the toe to the air and lifting. I'm going to turn the toe in towards the standing foot, press out, lift up tall, squeeze the outside of that hip for a few breaths, push the hands together, pull the shoulders down, stay tall. Lock out both knees. Another deep breath in. Bring the foot back to the center as you breathe out. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Do this half sun salutation, starting on your in-breath. Forward fold. Again, when you bend the knees, just takes the pressure off this lower spine. Stomach on your thighs, ribs in your thighs as you fold into the ground. Extend your back. Breathing in. And then breathe out and forward fold back down. Breathe in. Come all the way up. Reach the arms up to the top. Breathe out. Draw the hands all the way to the heart center. Keep the hands where they are. Bring that left foot out to the side. Turn that toe in towards the standing foot. Lean in to that standing foot. There's obviously going to be compensation. You move on to one side and that leg's going there. The upper body comes over slightly. Lift up tall, lift the foot off the floor. Trying to press the heel out to the side. whilst turning the toe in towards the standing foot. Lock out both knees, squeeze around the hips. Spread right toes on the floor. One more deep breath in. And back to the center on your out breath. Breathe in and reach up. In breath, rising to the top. Your out breath, forward folding with those knees bent. Nice easy sun salutation, not looking flexibility, more warmth. Lengthen your back. Inhaling. Exhale back down. Inhale as you rise all the way up. Sweep the arms in the air. Pull the hands down and in front. And relax. Shake the arms. Roll the ankles once or twice. Each direction. So we're going to now be back on the floor again. We're going to do some movements that will create less tension in the lower back. When you roll out the hips, it takes tension off the hamstrings and the lower back as well. Going to have a seat and lie back on your mat. Put your feet as wide as the mat. Good. Pull the knees up and hold on to the knees. Rest the head onto the floor. So extend your back first. Straighten the arms and let the knees drop away from yourself. Pull the shoulders back into the mat. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, pull the knees up towards your chest on either side, whilst keeping the hips pressing on the floor as much as possible. As you breathe in next, extend the arms. I'm going to be doing this several times or more. Breathe out and pull the knees up. It's going to relax the lower back. You can close your eyes at this point. As you breathe in, extend the arms. Let the legs become like jelly, no tension. As you breathe out, pull the knees towards the outer chest. Suck the belly button in. As you breathe in, let the stomach open. Extend the arms, let the chest lift. As you breathe out, pull those knees all the way back up. Breathe in, extending the arms. Should feel like quite a relaxing pose. Bit of light movement, which is following your breath. And as you breathe in, the arms extend. Knees move away from the chest on each side. As you breathe out, it's the opposite. The knees pull up, high up towards your chest. You're using the arm muscles to pull inwards. Elbows down towards the floor and the shoulders. We'll just do 3 or 4 more. Your own time here. You want it to be steady and smooth like you're breathing. This just opens the hips. If you pull the shoulders towards the ground, find a little bit in that area. You could also, as you pull the shoulders, pull the elbows towards the floor, press them into the ground. That's a little extra today. Last 2, wherever you are. Bring the feet on the floor. They could be nice and wide. Let your knees drop in together. And again, this could be the position that you stay in, or If you like to move into the full shavasana relaxation, you can extend the legs out. If you have a blanket at the side, put it on, tuck in your feet, your shins, your hips. You're going to turn your palms up to the roof, tuck you into a little bit more comfort. Just use your heels, press down, lift the hips out to the side, right and left a few times. Tuck the hips, get the lower back closer to the floor. Use your elbows, pull your shoulders down, squeeze them together, and tuck the chin underneath. So tuck the chin towards the chest. This gives you length at the back of the neck here. And turn the palms up, bring them a few inches away from the side of the waist. Then let the arms relax. The fingers will naturally curl the thumb. Close your eyes. Let the feet fall out to the side. Just take a deep breath in through your nose first. Try and fill up your stomach. Fill up the lungs. Then exhale slowly and smoothly. Do that a few times first. Just inhaling and exhaling smooth and slow. It's just so you get to a more relaxing point to start off today. And release your breath. Just let your breath come into its natural state. Keep the eyes closed, the body relaxed for these next few moments. As you relax, notice especially today and this morning, the muscles at the back of the hips and the space between the back of the shoulders. As you notice that space between the back of the hips and the shoulder blades, the areas that we've released tension from, strengthened and stretched a little bit, you might find it feels nicer, more enjoyable in those areas. Just allow yourself to relax these last few moments. Just notice your body at a place of rest, relaxation. How much time do you really give yourself to do that? Maybe thanking yourself for taking time this morning, or if you're listening to it at a different time. Start to breathe in deeply, move your fingers and your toes, and then circle around your wrists, around your ankles, even moving any area of your neck or shoulders, hips that you would like. Walk your feet in your own time, squeeze your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in and hug your nose to your knees and curl in a little ball. So use those hands to pull yourself up. And then set the head and feet to the ground and support your head on the right side with your hands. You're rolling again on the right side in that recovery style position. And then just take a deep breath in and out on your side here. Open your eyes and use your arms to come up. Take a seated position and pull your hands together. Lift up tall. Look forward and gaze downwards. Take a deep breath in. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me this morning. Namaste. If you'd like to donate for the class, you can go on the link that is online on our subscribe channel. Tell some others about it. If you really like this one, do it again. Any comments, just pop them in there and I'll see what we can do. I'm doing a range of classes, all different as well. There's beginner classes, more active meditation. We've got different ones coming up, like in with Gail. I can also do some more of these if you really liked it. So I'll see you very soon, and bye-bye. There's John's late joiner there. Thanks for coming. Bye.